The Game Week 8 match of the week is a real fun one from the FODL A division. Buckle up for some great darts as the Nooch takes on the Train. The criminal's on the call. Let's watch. Players, are you guys ready to get this A division match underway?
Yes, sir. You do it, criminal.
All right, both of our players are ready to go. I know the chat is ready for actual live darts again. We got the Nooch on the left. The Train is on the right. A division matchup, so 9 legs of darts coming at you. 2 of cricket, followed by 7 of 501. Looks like Nooch has won the bowl, so he will be throwing first. Game on!
Shoot him well, Train. Shoot well, man.
And a perler of a first start for the Nooch. He'll start with a 5-mark round, 420s blaze it, and a single 19. And Nooch also wearing the sleeves. It is winter after all out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to turn off the King Raj Laser Cat match. It's 8-0, and I don't think we need to see the last leg to know what happens. There is a single 19 from Train. It's a bit of a rough start for him. Dart missing low there. And next door treble for Nooch, but still 2 19s, able to close it. And as we expect from the Train, he moves right over to the 17 wedge where he's going to start off with 2. So yet to close a wedge so far is Train. Nooch, another great dart into the treble 18. Oh, but he can't find anything down under, so just that treble 18 for the Nooch. Still, good start for him. Better darts here from Train now, as he really grouped all those in the same hole, basically. Unfortunately, all singles, but enough to actually take the point advantage. But Nooch immediately shuts down the scoring. However, again, cannot find anything with the second and third dart. But 3 extra wedges closed, so Train is going to try to open up a new wedge. He's only going to find 2 15s. Looks like Nooch is going to go right to 16, and it's another treble for Nooch. 4 marks again, treble 16. Single 15. Nooch has just been hitting a treble with every visit. Unfortunately, his other darts are not so great, but he's throwing basically 1 perfect dart around, and that's going to be pretty good. Train with a miss there, not having his best leg, and it's going pretty quick in favor of the Nooch here. 2 15s to close. He'll probably go right to the bowl. He'll actually stay for 1 more. Oh, he still did need to take the lead back, so I don't blame him. He's got the lead now. And Train's going to try to, well, move around. That's not a bad turn from Train. 5 mark for him. 15's closed. 18's closed. Single 19. He's kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, so might as well try to close, I guess. Nooch going to start off with 1 bull. He'll just be needing 2 more. And Train now is going to the bull. He'll miss into the 20. Nooch looking for just 2. Well, he'll still be looking for 2 as he's all around it there, not able to close it off yet. So Train technically alive still. And it is going to be a single bowl there from the Train. Didn't miss any other fortunate misses, so Nooch just looking for 2 bowls here. There's 1. Can't follow it there. Will find a stray 16 just to pad the lead a bit. Train still with a lot of work to do. Both players kind of struggling on the bowl there. Train is going to knock in a second here, but Nooch just needs 1 bowl. He's going to find it on that first dart. Game shot in the leg to the Nooch with the bullseye. Takes it down. A solid 2.7 MPR. Had a lot of room to even be better than that. But Train was never really able to find his traction in that one. Train has the darts in the second leg of cricket. Game on. I guess Laser is taking the last leg, maybe because I turned it off. Sorry, bad author. I already turned it off. It's gone. Not going back. That looks like just... Oh, it looks like we're showing 501 on the scoreboard there. And there's the fix for a train. So now it's on cricket and 2 marks in the 20. And then author anyway says, no, Raj took it. It's fine. Another 5-mark, identical start for the Nooch. Blaze at 420s. First start perfect in the treble. And a single 19 as well. So Nooch, relentless pressure early. And that looks like just the 20 to close from train. So Nooch will be off and running with the lead again. Now you see 2 scoreboards up at the top. I expected those matches would kind of be going already, but they're not yet, I guess. About to start off in his second. As 2 19s and an 18 from Nooch. We see Triple T facing off Doughboy. That's a FODL C match. And FODL A and Bud the Chud in a FODL B1. Huge match for Pepe to try to stay out of that auto relegation zone. 3 17s for Train. So he'll close off his favorite wedge. And this is eerily similar to the first leg. Oh, but this time it's huge. It's a 6-mark round for Nooch. Treble 18, he was able to find something down under this time, closing off the 17s. And forcing Train again. And Train once more only able to find 15. Not really much he can do. Nooch is just hitting trebles like it's nothing. And right on cue, how about another 5-mark for the Nooch? 5 16s. The MPR up to a 4.8 right now. Train is going to do well to close off the 15s with a treble. Put some points on the board, but that's all. So Nooch will need to close 15s and take 3 bowls. He'll close 15s with a nice grouping there. So just like that, 18 darts gone, and it's a bowl contest. Once again, Train is really just looking to move on probably. Nooch needs 3 bowls. That looks like a bullseye. Oh, but the third is outside. So not yet, and the 15 doesn't help, but it is a bullseye for the Nooch. Train is going to hit a bowl as well, but it's elementary here. Nooch just needs 1. And he's going to find it on that first dart. Game shot on the leg to the Nooch. An impressive leg of cricket 4.0 for the Nooch. Just a treble machine, and in an instant, he's up 2-0. Now we're moving on to 501. Nooch has the darts. Game on. King Raj joining the chat, fresh off a 9-0 whitewash of Laser Cat. And Nooch right back to his old tricks. There's a ton. So we're going to have to go to the micro points to see who earned that bonus between Raj and Nooch, because each had a 4.0. 60 to start from Train. Excuse me. Well, the first kind of poor visit we've seen of the whole match, really, from Nooch, just a 42 there. And we'll see if Train can find his way here in 501. There looks to be a 41 in his second visit. The chat pretty quiet, all things considered, how impressive that match was. There's a 58 for Nooch, so off to a decent first 9, 67. It was just over. If you walked away to get a drink, it was just over, just like that. And speaking of things that are over, there's a breakfast from the Train, and no longer do I have to sweat if there will be a breakfast in this match. There is a breakfast from Train, single 5. Single 20 and a single 1. And as we do here in the FODL, we always ask an official breakfast question. And I asked your favorite match of the day in the Worlds. Well, now you can let me know your least favorite match. It was an easy one for me, but maybe you have a different opinion. What was your least favorite match today? Another 41 from Train. Let me know. That's your official breakfast question. As that's just a 30 from the Nooch, so slowing down a bit after the hot start. Immediately, King Raj says Duzza. Dave Little Toaster says Duzza. 43 from Train, right next door on the cover. Congra says every match that Martle called. DeGrub says Duzza. Well, there's some big darts from Nooch. That looks like a 125. Thought it might even been a ton 40. So he is going to be on a finish. And Train is looking for a treble there. I think he found one this time, 85. So maybe that helps get some going. 106 for Nooch. Double 18. Oh, right outside the double 18. Nooch was taking lessons from today's matches. Went for the 6-10 split. Proper darts there. Had a great effort at the double 18 just outside, but he will return. 45 from Train. Gets him to a finish, but Nooch requires 36. Just inside double 9. Inside the double 9, so not yet for Nooch. Train 160. And it's off. Wow, that is a brutal deflection for the Train as that dart kicked all the way to the 5, so just 44. Nooch got to clean up 9. Now double 2. Outside, so not there yet. Train now threatening 116. It's on.
I can't believe I messed that up.
What?
I thought I had 46.
Nooch requires 4.
That's it. Yeah.
And Nooch in the madhouse, not able to finish. Train has to clean up 30. Oh, wow. And he did it on the first start. What is life? Game shot in the leg to the Train. Oh, my God, it hurts my soul. Train had a run for the 116 and then thought he had 46 left and threw it the 6 to leave 30, but somehow he able to clean it up, and he takes the leg. That's darts. Train's now got the darts in the second leg of 501. Game on. The chat blasted with eye rolls. Some of the most eye rolls I've ever seen for a single throw in my life. People saying, "The fuck? What? Wow. Triple 20. Single 4? Canada. Miscount. No justice. Sometimes the wrong thing works." Oh, boy. And that's just a brutal loss for Nooch. Nooch was throwing a great leg in there. He had a chance for a big finish and just could not find the double. And it's really just a steal and just really a twist of the knife from Train to steal it in the fashion he did. So Nooch going to have to try to shake that off and bounce back because he had all the momentum there. We'll see if there's a shift. There's a 60 from Train. King Raj says Train, the special one. Congra says F the effing maths. Kilf says every double is the same size. Dave Little Toaster says we want more eye rolls. There's a 40 from Nooch. Liberty says everyone's the same size, so just go up and hit it. I'll put it more because I don't think it got enough. There is a 47 this time from Train. That was we've had some interesting fail of the week candidates. That one's up there. As that's just a Yo 11 from Nooch, so Nooch maybe is trying to shake off the end of that leg and refine his rhythm. Just a breakfast from Train, so we asked your least favorite match of the day. No doubt in my mind, the Duzza one was the worst. There's a better visit from the Nooch. Looks like an 81. No, actually, excuse me, 66. Great dart here from Train. Oh, had a chance for the max. Maybe had to move over a bit. But it's a 121 for the Train there. Huge darts as he opens up a bit of a lead in this one with Nooch struggling a bit. Just a breakfast from the Nooch. So Train, no pressure on him to try to set up from 171. $59 from Train. Toaster asking if there's any cricket legs in consideration for Fail of the Week. What are you saying, bud? You saying my leg should be in there? Might be 85 from Nooch this time. It's only 70. Wow, right next door again. Train 112. Not going to finish this time. Was really looking forward to him splitting 32. And it's another 66 for Nooch. One good dart and the other just a bit wayward. Train 74. He's got one dart for tops.
Whoa.
It's way high. Helium dart. Let's see if Nooch can put some pressure on. 45 there from Nooch. Gets him to a finish, but Train sits on 40. The rascal. Double five. Oh no, insides all the way around from Train. Can we see a repeat of last leg? Nooch requires 132. Well, he'll set himself up with 92 scored there, 4 tops. Train, can he clean up 5? Double 2. Madhouse.
Yeah.
Wow, he can find it on the third. Game shot in the leg to the Train. Getting out of the Madhouse just in time. Last dart in hand, right as Nooch was able to find something and set up the double. Just like that, we are level at 2. Believe it or not, Nooch will have the darts to try to bounce back here. Game on. And speaking of bouncing back, Pepe Le has taken the first leg off of Bud the Chud. There's a 58 there for the Nooch. So Nooch got to settle back in here. He had a great rhythm going. It can be tough sometimes when you miss a lot of doubles. You just kind of tighten up a bit. It can be hard to find the rhythm you had. Again, there's a 43 from Train. But I anticipate he'll be able to turn it around. He was already showing signs in that last leg. As that's a nice 60, so much better start, a little cleaner start here from the Nooch than this one. Ario27 says he had hit the Crim Eye Roll emote there. There's a 50 for about 2 minutes, but apparently went over the character limit, so he had to delete it. There's better darts from Nooch, 85, so much better first 9 here now. Jules Echo says, Crim, what would you know about missing double? Oh, never mind. There's a 30. Hey, I did play a practice match against Author today, and I went 0 for 27. So, there's that. There's a nice ton. Nooch looks like he's getting the rhythm back, throwing with confidence again here, and he's out to another huge lead. And an interesting 501 with these two guys so far. Not really super competitive legs. Very one-sided each way for the most part. And Nooch going to try to set up well for a finish here. Oh, just next door on that cover. But still 52. I mean, puts him on and out. No threat yet from Train. Toaster booing Pepe's leg win. I share that sentiment with you, Toaster. 58 from Train. Still not on a finish. Nooch 146. It's going to be off. Well, just 30 scored, so Nooch will have a crack at 116. We'll see if he does the math correctly. That might be... It might be a 120 from Train. It's actually only 80 scored. Nooch 116.
Golly.
Oh, man. Next door for him now. So, looks like 42 to leave him on 74. He will return. But Train going to put some pressure on. Looks like 88. Sorry, yeah, 78 for Train. Nooch requires 74. Oh, Rascal. Oh, Rascal saying no again. Not very giving during the holidays is Rascal. Train 104.
Why is there a blanket?
Oh.
Okay, so 30 scored. Well, Nooch is going to find it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Game shot in the leg to the Nooch. I think Train did his math wrong again, but it doesn't matter. Rascal says yes to the Nooch. He'll take it out 3-2. I'm just going to ignore that turn from Train. I think he was on 26 left. Yeah, he's got the darts. Game on. Yeah, Jules Echo saying Train scored 78, not 88. So.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So Train is making a push for fail of the week right here. There's a 41. I guess I should throw some eye rolls in there. I was like, wait, normally from 104 you need 64 scored. So I was like, he has 56, and then he didn't stay there. And I'm like, wait, but then he hit double 15 by accident. Like, what is happening? There's a 21 from Train. Jules Echo suggests that Train listens to Counting with Krim. There's a ton. Train normally good at the math. He's just going full Dilly tonight and being off by 10. That's what, Dilly always says to me. I'm like, Dilly, you miscounted. He goes, well, I was just off by 10. I mean, there's a big difference. You can't just be off by 10 and be like, it's good enough. 41 there from Train. Well, Nooch is starting to find his scoring again. He doesn't care about the maths right now. 121 from the Nooch as he's back in the treble. Now it's Train's turn to try to shake off ghosts of bad maths past. There's a 67 for Train this time. Bud the Chud leveled the Pepe match at 1 and is off to a ton start in the 501 portion. 60 scored from the Nooch there. Looks like Triple T took the first leg against Doughboy. Solid 2.4 from Triple T. And I think that is in the 19. So, yeah, 59 there from Train, but Nooch looking to get to a finish. $58. I like the switch there to the 18 when he had the 20s blocked. See if Train can find big darts. He won't be able to threaten too much yet. Just 47 there from Train. Nooch requires 136.
Golly.
Again, into the 5 when he doesn't want to be. 44 there from Nooch to set up 92. How much pressure will he be under?
Jeez.
Well, 41 from Train. Nooch requires 92.
Oh, man.
Well, he'll be back, so good setup there to leave himself on a double. Train with another chance to pressure, and again, looking like he will.
Okay, I gotta stop here for a second. I gotta do the math.
Looks like 128 there for the Train. Thought he might have just pounded in the max. But he does put pressure on for Nooch, looking for tops. He's going to find it on the second dart. Game shot in the leg. To the Nooch. Tops he wants. Tops he gets. Oh, Train had a chance to go for the max to leave 4. Didn't want to do it. Went with the proper math route, and Nooch took it out anyway. Nooch now up 4-2 with the darts. Game on. The chat wanting the max sweat. There's a ton from Nooch for the bonus point. And a ton to start for Train. So great start here for both players now. Bud the Chud goes up 2-1 with a nice leg in that first leg. Back in the treble is the Nooch for another 66. Looks like his favorite score today. Train's back in the treble too. That might be 125 for him. Oh, it's just 85. But again, a great start for both. And now, these players showing why they are the class of the FODL. 85 to respond from the Nooch. Off to another great first 9. But Train this time is right there with him. And again in the treble. Oh, no hesitation this time. But he still only finds a 140 just high with that third dart. But a great start for Train. Nooch going to find 48, 2 darts on the wire there on the covers. And Train looks to be the first to be on a finish. And he will be. He's in the lipstick again. Oh, finds treble 2, I think, on that third. So it looks like a 71 scored. Nooch at 202. He's going to pressure.
Golly.
Great darts from both in this leg. 81 from Nooch. Puts pressure on the 105 from Train. Tops.
Yep.
And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to the Train. He counted it correctly for 105. And it's a 15 darter. 2-2. For the Train. Huge finish there. Fantastic leg. You see him coming in, counting the fingers. Where's the abacus? Those darts added up to 105, and it's a big finish for Train with the darts now. Game on. Great darts there from the Train. 15 dart leg. That puts him in line for a bonus point, and it's a big steal in a leg where both players were throwing really high-quality darts. 60 there from Train. I mean, Nooch was sitting on 1-2-1 after 15 of his own, poised for a potential 18 darter. There's a 45 from Nooch. Ah, crap, I forgot to record all the bonus points today.
Yuck.
As that's just a 50 from Train, so maybe a little amped up still after that last leg. And there's a nice 1-2-1 from the Nooch. Huge darts for him. I blink for 1 second, look away for a second, and I just see massive darts on my screen. There's a 45 for Train. I know Barboy took out a big finish. I think it was a 98 for him. There's a 60 there from Nooch. DeGrub said he must have added 10 in his head first before he checked out 105. There's just a 26. Unfortunate with 2 in the treble, 1 for Train. Nooch going to go right next door with his first start as well. Oh, gosh. 2 next door for Nooch. So it looks like just 37 for him. Nice third dart there from Train. Looks like a ton. Snuck it in there somehow. By the way, Pepe has leveled 2-2. Bud the Chud, though, averaging 69. Nice. That might be another 36. No, it isn't to the 18, so 53 there for Nooch. So both players, again, flirting with finishing range. And there's a good 60 from the Train, so he'll be on a finish. Nooch, though, should be on one as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wanted a piece of the bull on the third. I like the thought. Still 93 scored. Solid setup from Nooch. Train 160, and it's off.
Yeah.
And only 28 for Train, so not able to pressure the 92 from Nooch. Double 16. Pop, pop. Game shot and the leg to the Nooch. 92 into treble 20, double 16. A brilliant finish from the Nooch. Right back on the train, and Nooch has the darts here, starting off the final leg up 5-3. Game on. Great shot from the Nooch. Pop, pop, like it was nothing. We've now seen brilliant finishing from both players, and a nice 96 good cover shooting there from the Nooch as well. Back-to-back great finishes. That's FODL A darts, ladies and gentlemen. You get underneath 120 and finishes are going to happen. There's an 85 from Train. That is just about a perfect first start for Nooch. He's going to find his same 66, I think, for the 5th time. He has found 66, and almost every time it's been the worst way, where you hit the treble first. As that might be 80 from the Train, and it is. Pepe goes up 3-2 now, by the way, over Bud the Chud. Big darts there from Nooch, 135. Nearly finding a max there. And again, fantastic first 9 from the Nooch. The quality of play in the last 4 legs has stepped up dramatically after the weird start. There's a 60 from Train. Nooch in there again, but the second dart yanked again. But still 84. He'll be looking to try to finish Shanghai to match the 15 darter of the Train. Train going to need a 140 or better to pressure. He's not going to find that.
Yuck.
And it's just a breakfast. In fact, Nooch Shanghai 120. It's on. And he's going to find it! Game shot on the leg! To the Nooch! A 120 out for his own 15 darter! Unbelievable finishing! Incredible Shanghai 20s from the Nooch! Wow! What a way to finish that matchup. A 120 out. Just like that. Train thought he had a bonus. Nooch says, nope. I'll take a 120. Ties up the 15 darter as well. Incredible last 3 legs from these two gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Just ridiculous. That was one of the weirdest matches I've ever been a part of myself. As just weird. Let's just we'll start with the Train here. So Train, I kind of mentioned it in the pregame. Coming in, you probably were looking to get at least 3 to really kind of secure your positioning, and you were able to find 3. And after we ended up seeing Lasercat get whitewashed anyway by Raj, probably didn't even need 3. But let's talk about the beginning of the match for you, Train, because you got off to a very sluggish start in cricket. What was going on early in the match for you?
Well, I know his numbers in cricket, and honestly, I don't practice it that much, but usually I can hit a treble here or there. When he was hitting a treble every turn, not much you can do about that. The second leg of cricket was 4.0 something. I was at a 1.8. I was just all over the board. I couldn't hit a treble, and that kind of continued into the 501 game for the first 2 legs too. So, yeah, I hate cricket.
Well, especially when you're playing the Nooch, it's not a lot of fun when, no. I mean, just one thing Nooch does in cricket, I always see constant pressure on the opponent, forcing you to change your target a lot. It's just really hard to deal with that. But you did get off to that slow 501 start as well. Looked to be struggling, but then for the second half of the match, you seemed to find your darts. So first talk about what happened between the first really 4 legs and the last 5 legs of the match. Was there a switch mentally, or did you just relax? What changed? Because all of a sudden you went from not the best Train to, oh, there's the best Train that we've seen again.
It's all confidence. You hit that one double, and I was screwing up the math. I'm sure that's your next question. But, my math wasn't there, and I could hear you guys saying the chat was blowing up, and I'm like, oh, perfect. The old crim eye roll counter guy on my match. So, yeah, just the cricket, just shitting the bed there, kind of continued in a 501 for the first 2 legs. After I was, finally hit a double, a little bit of confidence kind of gave me a little boost, and I figured, just need to get a couple legs on this guy, and so I'm glad I made some big checkouts because he was as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I am going to ask about the math. You can't escape that question there. Back-to-back legs, just, I mean, and uncharacteristic blunders for you as well. So not like something that we've typically seen, just brain farts, it seemed. I mean, what was going on? Were you just thinking about it too much, like putting pressure on to try to do correct math? Because it was me.
Honestly,
Like, what was happening?
On my daughter. She walked downstairs in the middle of, I hit a 60. I think right around that time I was doing the math and I looked over and she's talking to me and I'm like, what the? I look over at the board. I'm like, okay, hit 10 and go for, I can't remember what it was, 16 or something like that. Missed it anyway, which, and then Nooch ended up taking it out. But yeah, I blame that one on her. And then the rest is I started drinking fairly early in the and I don't know. My brain power, it's a little sluggish right now.
Well, certainly understandable. You're going to finish off your season with the Surgeon. It seems like, based on the standings, you'll most likely be safe from relegation and probably with very little chance of making the playoffs, just to be real as well. So you just have kind of a chance to play spoiler there to finish up your season on a positive note. What are you looking forward to against the Surgeon?
I just want to make sure I have just enough legs to get past, like you said, Laser, I think, or Author, and just to stay in A. Not like I've won a lot of games this season, and probably won't win too many games next season. But it's just it's a great group of guys, and I feel like every time I lose, I'm gaining some experience and some knowledge. So I kind of want to stay in A, but if I make it into the playoffs and the relegation playoffs, then so be it.
Well, I think you'll probably be safe. Train some up and down darts, some entertaining finish attempts, and some great darts from me as well with the solid 15 darter in there also. So Train, good luck wrapping up your season here and avoiding those playoffs. And if I don't talk to you, have a great holiday.
Cheers. Merry Christmas and great game, Nooch.
Thanks, Train. Same to you. Nice 10. What was it? 10 something.
105, I think. Yeah, 105. Yep.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't screw the math up.
I was hoping you were gonna a little bit. Let's go over now to the Nooch. So Nooch was also kind of an interesting match for you. You came out just blitzing. Cricket was fantastic. First leg of 501, great scoring, and then couldn't find the double. Let's talk about cricket first. It seems to be your forte. You've been one of the better cricket players in the photo for the last couple seasons. What is it about cricket that seems to fit your game really well?
Well, maybe it's just that I played a lot of cricket 20 years ago. That kind of the first time I played darts. That was back in the days where anybody in the U.S. played was cricket. Maybe it's from that. I feel like the first session I played with FODL, the first season, wasn't all that great at cricket, and I had to work at it a little bit. So I like to think that the time I put in working on it, kind of that season, maybe I was in B, paid off. I mean, I'd like that to be the explanation anyway.
Well, it's certainly been working out for you. The 4.0 was brilliant. Let's talk about what happened after that second half of the first leg of 501, because you seemed to be just locked in, couldn't find the double all of a sudden, and then it seemed to kind of carry over into the next couple legs. Did you lose a little bit there? Did you get a little frustrated? But then you were able to find it back. So what happened for you to able to recover at the end of the match?
Definitely frustrated, but it's just because I've been sort of going down this exploratory pathway for the last handful of weeks now. I kind of came across some ideas that I thought were going to be good to get to the next level, which is like obligatory to try to do these days, especially in A. I mean, but I think the same applies to every division. If you think you have an idea that's going to kind of get you to the next step, you have to pursue that, whether it's sort of mid-season or playoffs or anything else. So I came across one of those ideas several weeks ago, and I've been working with it kind of ever since, and kind of the way it does. One step leads to the next idea, leads to the next little adjustment to make it all settle in and come together. And I feel like I'm far enough down that pathway that I haven't got to the end of it yet. Like I see glimpses of it, like in the cricket today. I feel like those felt a little bit better, and that is a good indication, hopefully, that I'm on the right path. But I'm not there all the way yet. But I'm too far to turn around and go back. It's just kind of what I got, and it's just it feels so much on the edge. It feels a lot like those 66s, right? One dart will feel great, and then the very next dart will feel awful and miss left, and the next one will feel awful in a completely different way and miss on the other side. So it's all kind of topsy-turvy, ups and downs. I never really know what I'm going to get one leg to the next. And like I said, I feel like there's enough indication that it's worth continuing this direction. I'm kind of in it deep enough. I don't really have much choice anyway. So hopefully it gets sorted out before the playoffs is all I can really hope for. But in the meantime, this sort of up and down business, I feel like I have no control over it. It just kind of does what it wants.
I feel like you literally just spoke to my inner soul over the last year of what I've been going through myself. And I know exactly what you're saying when you're almost to that point where it's second nature, but you still kind of have to think just that little bit about like what you're trying to work on, and it can just kind of all of a sudden come out and affect you, and it's just not quite natural yet, but it's obviously been paying off. Brilliant 120 finish for the 15 darter. So when things are going well, they're going very well for you. You're going to finish up the season here with the Rascal. Unlikely that you're able to crack the top two probably in the standings just based on what King Raj and Left Hand are doing, but still a fight for you to maintain that third position and just, of course, head to the playoffs on a positive note. What are you looking forward to in that last match to finish up your FODL A season?
Honestly, I hadn't really thought about it until you said it before the match that it makes a big difference, I guess, and you're in 3 or 4. Basically, it determines whether you're on the pathway to meet Hooligan first.
Yeah, if you finish in that 3 spot, you'll most likely be on the Raj path. If you finish in the 4 spot, you would be on the Hooligan path. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But, if you have a preference, you can try to gauge it.
If I could choose, I'd maybe stay away from Hooligan. But so I guess I got to maybe look and see how many legs. I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to be looking to throw as many good darts as I can and hope that the legs get me to third, maybe. But it's hard to really plan for too much. I feel like all I can do is just kind of keep on keeping on and hope that things come together in time, whether it's to make the playoffs or whether it's to face Hooligan in the playoffs or Raj in the playoffs or whatever happens. I feel like mostly I've just got to focus on what I'm trying to do and just stay the course and see if I can get there, really.
Well, I think, again, you're on the right track. Certainly been looking a lot better, and when those darts are good, they are very good. Again, Nooch, good luck finishing up the season. Good luck in the playoffs for you as well, and if I don't talk to you next week for whatever reason, hope you have a happy and safe holiday to you.
Thanks a lot, man. Same to you.